Welcome to the Offshore Club's fun-filled, fact-filled, fast-paced, blockbuster podcast with your host and Offshore Club's family man, Patrick Hebert, who's ready to tell you how you can live the good life at a great price. And now, here's your friend, your expert, and your guide, Patrick Hebert.
Hello folks, my name is Patrick Hebert. I am speaking to you from the beautiful country of Belize on Ambergris Key, and I want to talk to you a little bit about community. I'm a Canadian citizen. I am also a Nicaraguan resident. I chose to make Nicaragua my base home, but I'm kind of a digital nomad. I have to travel a lot for work through various countries, including Belize, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama. My wife is from Ecuador, so we're in Ecuador quite a bit. And just wanted to explain what it is like a little bit when you move to another country, and especially a country, like in Latin America. For me, a little bit about my story is I'd sold a software company around year 2000, had some time on my hands, and my kids were still pretty young, and we decided to take a vacation to Nicaragua, and just like unusual places, right? And so we really enjoyed it, and ultimately in the end, became Nicaragua citizen or Nicaragua resident. Sorry, I'll always be a Canadian citizen. Love Canada. Obviously, the passport. It also allows me to travel wherever I want to go. But I really like the lifestyle in Central America. A little more laid back. Obviously, in a software high-tech business, it's very, very stressful, and this lifestyle down here is not. So I really enjoy it, and for me, I wanted to really give back after selling the software company. I wanted to, give back to people, and I found that after our trip to Nicaragua, we had done some trips to Mexico and helped out in orphanages and things like that. And when we came to Nicaragua, we really saw a need. Nicaragua is the second poorest nation in the Americas, next to Haiti. And the area we were vacationing in at Grand Pacifica in Nicaragua is the poorest municipality, or what you would call a county in the U.S., in Nicaragua. So it's really a place that has a lot of need. And so, make a long story short, we started a foundation called Help Them Help Themselves. And one of the initial projects my kids were helping with was raising funds to build homes. We would go into communities, and I learned a lot from this, doing this, obviously, about the do's and don'ts of foundations, I guess, is we actually learned a lot by going in and asking the communities themselves, kind of the elders of the communities, who needs our help the most. And so it'd often be, a mother with 5 children where the father had been killed in an accident or something, and she was struggling to get by. And we, would help out, we'd raise funds and donations and build a small home for them. And that we did for a while, and then ended up, of course, being Canadian, I had to play hockey, and I played hockey with my old-timer buddies and convinced a group of them to come down, and we actually built a school, which was great, a great project. And we do a lot of things. Lately, we've done a lot of medical and dental missions, and even turtle rescuing. We've added that to kind of the portfolio of the giant sea turtles that are endangered. And we rescue them. We have built a sanctuary at Grand Pacifica, and we do a lot of work in Belize, Nicaragua, and other countries as well. But it all kind of started in Nicaragua. And I think what really want to talk about is a lot of people that do, expats that move down do want to keep involved in doing something, and maybe it's not everyday work, but there's a lot of opportunity to become part of foundations and helping people, and that's really built a sense of community. I know it's, for my wife who's a doctor, she really, really enjoys it, and ended up becoming the medical director for the foundation, and helped in developing a clinic that we've built together with ECI development, and it's been a great experience. We've really met amazing people, and a lot of our friends have been met through this foundation, and just the communities that like Grand Pacifica that we live in. And it's just a great bunch of people, kind of like-minded people, and that's always nice when you move somewhere new. And even though the language in Nicaragua, predominant language is obviously Spanish, and my Spanish is not very good, and my wife is Ecuadorian and makes fun of that quite often with me, but fortunately she speaks English very well, and a lot of people do. So I get by with my poor Spanish, and it actually makes for fun exchanges with people. We go into villages and things like that. And I just love the people of Central America, not to generalize everybody is the same, but in general, like I'm often labeled as a friendly person because I'm Canadian, right? Us Canadians are friendly. Well, I find that Nicaraguans and a lot of the Latin American folks are as or more friendly than Canadians, always willing to help out. And it's really easy to become part of a community. And I really like it too for my kids' sake. It was great. They learned, friends of mine would always talk about how can you take your kids out of school and they're going to miss so much. And it's like, nah, it's the absolute opposite. My kids learn so many things about new cultures, currencies, all the sorts of different things, that languages obviously, and all those things are, to me, invaluable and far. And they bring their curriculum of work along from school, and they'd usually end up way ahead of the rest of the kids by the time they got back, even though they spent maybe an hour a day doing the work. So it's been a great experience for my family, and I really love the community aspect of all the different neighborhoods that we are a part of throughout these countries. So I'm hoping to continue to do a little bit more, a series of kind of emails. I know I'm not the most exciting person to listen to, but hopefully you get some valuable information out of this. Thanks.
And that's a wrap. Thanks for joining us at the Offshore Club. For more information on the Offshore Club or to contact Patrick Hebert, visit www.offshore.club today. www.offshore.club. That's www.offshore.club. See you next time at the Offshore Club.